Okay, welcome back everybody. First of all, yes, I have glasses now. Second of all, this is part 2 of a 2-part series. If you haven't seen part 1, go watch that right now. And even if you have watched it, go watch it again. Boost my self-esteem. So obviously we're going to finish the Blu-ray collection today, hopefully. That's the plan. So we'll start off with the ones in this room that I forgot about. With just a little quick shot of them. I'm not going to focus on them. It's the Harry Potter movies, a couple of them. Here's them now. Wow, look at those movies. Okay, anyway, let's continue now. Downstairs, everyone. Wow! Alright, so this part we're going to film a little differently. We're just going to film it like this because it's a weird shelf. And then we'll go back to the normal way. So this right here, this big dirty bastard here, this is a Batman v Superman lunch tin. It has a bunch of different things that have come with movies in it. Like, there's the holiday card that came with the Christmas Deadpool, and that kind of stuff, you know? Push that back in. Then we have the 3 steelbooks. This is really not focused. Through the 3 steelbooks, the John Carpenter steelbooks from Scream Factory. If you recall, I made a video on those. These steelbooks are all not open, by the way. Then we have the Fargo steelbook. The Fargo steelbook from Shout Factory. The Force Awakens steelbook from Best Buy. I'd like to get the Last Jedi one that comes out in a week, but they're already sold out. The La La Land steelbook from Best Buy, my favorite movie of all time. What do you know? More La La Land, the Walmart exclusive from America, because it's different here in Canada. Then we have the Walmart slipcover, for Force Awakens, and we have the same thing for Rogue One, Walmart. Then we have the entire series of Halloween, the Scream Factory box set, which I believe is out of print now, so it's cool to have that. Pikachu, and some more Harry Potter stuff. Now we can go back to filming this normally. Alright, so now we will do the box sets, and there's quite a lot of them, frankly, and then we'll get into the bigger box sets, and then we'll finish off the regular alphabetical order. So let's not waste any more time. I really struggled to say that, didn't I? Okay, first up we have the entire mystery, Twin Peaks. All of it. I got this really cheap when HMV was closing. And boy, is it a fancy looking set. I'm a huge David Lynch fan, and I haven't watched any of this yet, so I'm very excited to. Then we have my favorite Spider-Man trilogy, the Sam Raimi trilogy, and I believe this set is broken. I tried to watch the first one and it wouldn't work halfway through. Just a classic set you have to have, original Christmas classics, yeah. Anyway, it's 8 movies, all classics, kind of. Some of them are bad. Arrow Video, Hills Have Eyes, really cool set. I like the way it feels. More Arrow Video, the Donnie Darko set, which is really, really cool. I think this one's cooler than the Hills Have Eyes one. It's such a beautiful set. I have a really sore throat, and it really hurts to talk, so you might hear me whimper throughout this. Season 1 of True Detective, one of my favorite seasons of any show ever. I've not seen Season 2, but I heard it's not as good, and I understand why, because this is like a masterpiece. Home Alone 1 and 2, the only ones you need. The 90s Gamera Trilogy. The Hangover Trilogy, the first one is really the only good one. 2 Quentin Tarantino films in the same kind of set, with Pulp Fiction and Jackie Brown, and they're kind of the same release-ish. Seasons 17 and 18 of South Park. I'd like to get more of it on Blu-ray. I have some of it on DVD right there, but not a lot. A really cool set from Shout Factory, the Decline of Western Civilization box set. Part 1 is my favorite, and it always will be. But really great documentaries by Penelope Spheris. Bad Boys 1 and 2, my favorite Michael Bay movies. The Social Network, really good David Fincher. More David Fincher, Gone Girl, another great movie. And a classic, Schindler's List, when Spielberg was good. None of these box sets are in alphabetical order, by the way, or in any order. They're just all here in whatever way they fit. The Magnificent Seven collection, I believe it's 4 films. Yep, I've not watched any of these yet. And I've not seen the remake with Denzel Washington, I believe it is. The Walmart exclusive Logan, a really good superhero film, probably my favorite superhero movie, or comic book movie, whatever, film from 2017. This comes with 9 cards that make a bigger poster. It's cool, I guess. Really good movie, though. The Rocky Heavyweight Collection, it's all of them except Creed. The Hills Have Eyes remakes, 1 and 2. I prefer the Hills Have Eyes remake over the original, I'll say it. Not the sequel, though. The sequel to Hills Have Eyes remake is terrible. I've not seen the original sequel, so I can't tell you what I think about it. The Underworld Collection, without the newest one, Blood Wars I think it's called. The X-Men Trilogy, so 1, 2, and The Last Stand. The Rambo Trilogy, First Blood, 1, 2, and Rambo. And Rambo 3, sorry. I'm all over the place today. The first 3 Rambo films, just leave it at that. 25th anniversary Back to the Future set. I believe this is the Canadian release. The American one is a bit fatter, I think. The first 6 Fast and Furious movies, and I have 7 and 8 separately, which you would have seen in my last video. The original 5 Planet of the Apes films. Big fan. Now we get to, like, some smaller stuff. The Wizard of Oz 3D, which just comes in a little box. But it takes up less space over here than it does on my shelf. So, again, the same situation. Nosferatu in the same little kind of box thing. The Nightmare on Elm Street collection, all 7 of them, not featuring the remake, which I have separately. The original Robocop Trilogy without the remake, and I don't have the remake at all. I've never seen it, and I don't really want to be honest with you. Man with No Name Trilogy, this is the old release. I believe there's a newer one now, which technically means this is out of print, but I don't think it's worth anything. Really good movies, though. If you haven't seen them, I recommend them. Sergio Leone classics. You gotta be kidding me! Okay, next up we have the Chucky Collection with all of them, except Cult of Chucky, I think it's called. I haven't seen that yet and I don't own it, but I'd like to because I'm a big fan. Next we have the Universal Classic Monsters set, which is a really cool set, by the way. It has Dracula, the Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Mummy, Frankenstein. Ah! I'm all frazzled now. There's dogs barking everywhere. It's a whole commotion. Anyway, it's a cool set. The first 4 Die Hard films, the only ones you really need. You could even throw one of them away if you want to get technical about it. Blazing Saddles, Mel Brooks classic. This comes in a fancy box. And it comes with a postcard full of... oh my god. Little pictures from the movie. I'm not here today. I'm on another planet. We have Season 5 of The Office. For no apparent reason, it's the only one I have. I found it at a grocery store, I believe, for cheap, so I bought it. Then we have Star Trek, the Compendium, I believe. It's just Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness. I've not seen these. I've owned it for a while, though. Then we have the original series of Star Trek in the this big CBS Blu-ray thing that they've been doing lately. It's like a DVD case, but it is Blu-ray, I assure you. And this slipcover that comes with it, it's not in very good condition. I don't think it's made very well. It's fallen apart. It's kind of, the glue is falling apart there. I have it pressed together now. But this is what it comes in. It's a pretty cheap set that you pay like $60 for. I just kind of wish the set was a little better for what I paid for it. For the last of the box sets, we have the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones. I've not seen it at all. I've not seen any Game of Thrones, but I own the first 3 seasons. Here's Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3. I would like to watch it, that's why I own it. I got them all for like $15, I think, each, maybe. It's something like that. I got them all for a pretty good price, and that's why I own them. I do want to watch it eventually. I just have a lot more to do now. So someday I'll get there. Anyway, now we have to go downwards, and then we'll be finished on this part, and then we can go back to the regular stuff. See you then! Wow, this stuff is dusty. I don't know where to put the mic. Hold on. There we go. Box 7-Up will always do the trick. Anyway, here's a quaffle from Harry Potter. Not technically a Blu-ray, but also a left hand from the Gndn classic. What's it called? Midnight Snack. Check that out. Throwback, am I right? Okay, first up down here we have the Back to the Future 30th anniversary collection thing. There you go, it lights up. Flux capacitor. This is a cool set as well. It comes with the Blu-ray, the DVD for the animated series, and some other cool stuff. Really cool set. Then we have Band of Brothers, and this little slip part is a little beat up, but it's kind of the point, so this tin doesn't get beat up. I have not watched Band of Brothers. I wish I could speak. Seriously. I have not watched Band of Brothers yet. I saw like the first part, episode, whatever you want to call it, and then I never watched it again. I do want to. I really enjoy the first one. I'm just, I'm lazy when it comes to watching stuff, I guess. Next up, we have the complete series of my favorite show of all time, Breaking Bad, in a big fancy tin. Look at that. There's some cool stuff in this, in the top. Up here, it pops open. I don't want to do it because I'm trying not to drop it, honestly. But this is a really cool set. Really good show. Next up, we have the 20th season of South Park in this big, like, vinyl sized Blu-ray. It's very unnecessary, and frankly, sometimes I wish I got the normal copy, because this is a little inconvenient. But there you go. It opens up like a record. There you go. You got your DVDs and your Blu-rays. And that's that. Then we have this mammoth, Lawrence of Arabia, in this big-ass box. It's dirty. Wow. I should take better care of my things. So I have the normal Blu-ray over on the shelf, which came in this. So you saw that, and I said you'll see the rest of it later. Here's the rest of it. My God. Is the whole thing in the shot? Because it's big. It's bigger than my head. Next we have this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Walmart thing. Comes with some masks, some little figures. The movie wasn't that good. And this is kind of dumb. But I have it. Consumers. We have a DeLorean time machine right here. And the box is a little crushed because I had this out of the box for a while. And then I found the box after and I wanted to put it back in and it was a little ripped up. Not ripped up, it's just a little dented. Other than that, it's in great condition. Everything's falling. And then we have the Nolan Batman Trilogy in this big fancy box. The Ultimate Collector's Edition. I'm a big fan. I think Dark Knight is one of the greatest movies of all time. And it's Nolan's best film in my opinion. This is number 112011 out of 141,500. I don't know why I read that so weird. I don't even know if I should pick this next one up. I think I should just bring the camera over. I'll pick it up, why not? Get some of the dust off it. Oh wow, I forgot how heavy it was. So, when I showed those couple Harry Potter Blu-rays, maybe you noticed that that was a part of a bigger collection of Harry Potter memorabilia. Well, to add to that, here's the... Oh my goodness. The Harry Potter Wizards Collection. Oh man, I'm breaking everything. It's big. It's really big. It's huge. This costs like $600 or something, and it's out of print now, and it's worth over $1,000. It smells weird. Anyway, this is really cool. Especially if you like Harry Potter. I'm not going to go through this whole thing right now. If you want me to, leave a comment, and I guess I will. It's come out a long time ago now, though, so I figured it'd be irrelevant. But hey, if that's what you're into, man, let me know. I'll do it. I'm gonna put this back now. It's like holding a lot of money. Yeah, so I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I haven't watched any of them in a while, and I haven't seen Fantastic Beasts. Frankly, I don't think it looked that good anyway. Alright, I'm gonna film the rest of this tomorrow, probably. Because, frankly, it's starting to get dark. I don't feel the best. I'm kind of tired. So I'm just gonna leave it all for tomorrow. And then we're gonna be done. It'll be great. Okay, I'll see you then. Bye. Wow, I kind of missed. Okay, bye for now. Remember I said I was gonna film the rest of this the next day? It's not the next day. It's a couple weeks after. I apologize. Without further ado though, let's continue. We have this little bit behind me here, and the other bit that's on the other side of me. So I think I'll do this bit, so we actually end on the last bit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of bits. So, what's left there, I believe you can see it, is just Scream Factories, which you've already seen in Scream Factory videos, so I'm not going to show them. But the rest of it I put on the floor here, even though you probably already saw it. So right up in the front we had the Silent Night Deadly Night Deluxe Edition figure from we have the Silent Night Deadly Night Deluxe Edition figure from Scream Factory. Really cool edition. Scream Factory's always on their game. Look at that. So cool. And then in a similar fashion, we have the one that came with Child's Play, the Deluxe Edition. There's a little Chucky doll in the Good Guy box. It's really cool. And then we have the complete collection of Friday the 13th. All of them in the big fancy tin that I believe is out of print now. Also a really cool set. And that's that. Now we get to do the rest. Who's excited? Probably no one.
Don't lie to me.
Okay, so let's just take a little handful here. First up on our last, it's not going to make sense. Okay, first up we have another, coincidentally, a Scream Factory. We have The Snake movie, a movie about people getting turned into snakes. Stand By Me, probably my favorite Stephen King movie. All of the Star Wars movies, Steelbooks, 1 to 6, the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. And you saw the Steelbook for Force Awakens, and The Last Jedi comes out tomorrow. Will I get it? Probably not, because it's sold out. I will be getting the movie, though, just maybe not the Steelbook. Here's a normal copy of The Force Awakens. Step Brothers, straight out of Compton. Pretty good biography movie about NWA. Strange Brew, Bob and Doug McKenzie, SCTV classic. If you haven't seen that, recommend it. Great Canadian comedy. The first 4K Blu-ray I ever bought, the Suicide Squad Best Buy Steelbook. Guilty pleasure of mine, I would say. There's the front, there's the back. I enjoy it for what it is. Super, James Gunn, the guy that directed Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't enjoy this a whole lot when I saw it first. Maybe I'll give it another try. Super 8, pretty generic found footage sci-fi movie, in my opinion. All of the Superman movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Returns. Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Ted and Ted 2. Pretty okay comedies. Nothing too special. The 90s Ninja Turtle trilogy. The first one, which is a pretty decent movie. The second one, which is probably my favorite, a really big guilty pleasure. The Vanilla Ice Turtle song is a real highlight there. And the third one, which is unwatchable almost. But I grew up on those movies, so it's nice to have them all. The Michael Bay one, which is fine, it's alright. Terminator 2 Steelbook, the best Terminator. And that's a pretty darn good looking Steelbook, if you ask me. It's a little scratched up because I've had it for so long. There's the back. Great movie, though. One of the best action movies of all time, as everybody knows. Terminator Salvation, not one of the best action movies of all time. Pretty bad action movie, to be honest with you. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, probably one of my favorite horror movies of all time, if not my favorite. Theory of Everything, I've not seen this, but it's topical because Stephen Hawking just passed away. There Will Be Blood, one of my favorite movies of all time. Probably my favorite Daniel Day-Lewis performance. Michael Jackson's This Is It. Pretty good documentary. Right after he passed away. This Is the End, pretty fun comedy. Thor and Thor the Dark World. I hate these both. I don't own Thor Ragnarok yet, but I do enjoy it a little bit more than both of these. My favorite movie of 2017, probably, even though I said Blade Runner was so many times, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. This movie's a masterpiece. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out, bud. Titanic, Tomorrowland, just utter garbage. Another Disney live-action property that failed miserably, such as A Wrinkle in Time, History Repeats Itself, and Total Recall. Arnold Schwarzenegger. And that's the end of the top shelf. Next shelf. My god, the dust. A movie that might as well be covered in dust because no one remembers it. Nor should they. The Total Recall remake. Why do I own it? Tourist Trap, pretty underrated 70s horror movie. Toy Story 3, you should probably know my opinion on Toy Story 3 by now. Toy Story that time forgot. It's fine. I've seen it once, and I've never had the urge to watch it again. Let that be my review. Some more Canadian comedy movies. The Trailer Park Boys movies, all 3 of them. The first one, Countdown to Liquor Day, and Don't Legalize It. I'm not a huge fan of the first one. I think the first one is kind of bad, but I think these 2 are honestly really, really funny movies. I don't know which one I like more. It kind of depends on the day. But you know what? I treat Don't Legalize It as the end of Trailer Park Boys, because to me it died right after that. As soon as Netflix bought it and Mike Clattenburg said I'm leaving, it should have stopped. That's all I'm going to say. Trainspotting, one of my favorite movies of all time. Trainspotting 2, pretty okay sequel. Nothing great. The Transformers movie, the cartoon, Steelbook from Shout Factory. Really cool release. A really nice Steelbook. There's the front. There's the back. My cat is hitting my tripod. I don't know if it's shaking or not. Stop it, cat. Why are you so hairy? You're shedding so much. Stop. The Tremors 4-pack. The first 4 Tremors. Tremors 5, the straight-to-DVD one. And I believe they're making another one. Go away! Trick or Treat. Pretty cool Halloween movie. The same director as Krampus. This is much better than Krampus. Double pack. Troll and Troll 2. Also comes with the DVD for Best Worst Movie. Is that what it's called? It is. Shout Factory. Some would say I'm a Shout Factory fanboy, and I would say you're correct. Tron Legacy, I saw this in theaters, and the only thing I remember from it was that a mother tried to bring her child to go to the bathroom, and he tripped up and fell, and the entire movie theater laughed at him. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, pretty fun horror comedy. If you haven't seen this, I'd check it out. Up, one of the last good Disney movies. Pixar movies, I mean, sorry. V for Vendetta, the Steelbook, there's the front. There's the back. Vinyl, the complete first season, / the full series, because it got canceled right after I bought this. So I bought this when it came out, and that was when it first came out, so it was like $30 because it's an HBO series, and I was really interested to see it. And then the day after I bought it, I saw online the show got canceled, and then a week later it was like $12 on Blu-ray. So I got ripped off. The Visit, M. Night Shyamalan, not a very good movie. The Walk, pretty underrated movie, I think. I saw it once and I liked it, and I haven't watched it since. The complete series of The Walking Dead, despite me not enjoying the show. Wall-E, one of my favorite Pixar movies. War Dogs, a really underrated movie, I think. I really enjoy this movie. I've seen it a few times. It's from the director of The Hangover, Todd Phillips, and this is probably his best movie, in my opinion. I enjoy it more than the first Hangover, and I obviously enjoy it much more than the sequels. War for the Planet of the Apes, got it on Black Friday, and I haven't watched it yet. Warm Bodies, a pretty meh movie. I thought it was okay when I saw it, and I've never wanted to watch it again. The Watch, underrated. I enjoy this movie. I've seen it a few times. It's one of those movies you can just turn on and have a good time. You know what I mean? It's nothing great, not going to change your life, not going to be your favorite movie, but it's fun. And we have Watchmen, the director's cut. It's pretty good, I guess. Probably my favorite Zack Snyder movie. Watchmen, the motion comic, which I have not seen. I have read the comic, though. I just haven't watched the comic. Or should I call it a graphic novel? Because I know someone's going to get upset. We're the Millers, another movie that's just fun. Nothing else. A double pack of When a Stranger Calls and Happy Birthday to Me. When a Stranger Calls is alright. It's kind of a classic. Happy Birthday to Me is god-awful. Ooh, I forgot a movie. Hold on. Did I? I did. No? Yes, I did. Okay. West Side Story, the Target Digibook. There you go. Problem solved. When Marnie Was There, a Studio Ghibli movie that came out in 2013, I think. Something like that. I haven't watched it yet. Where the Wild Things Are, Spike Jonze. Pretty depressing movie, honestly. That's meant for kids. Whiplash, Damien Chazelle's movie before La La Land that isn't as good as La La Land, and if you think it is, you're 100% wrong. Feel free to fight me. And then last but not least on that shelf, we have Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Classic movie. Man, I'm speeding through this today. Maybe it's because I just want to get it done. You know why? Because maybe I know that no one cares. Ha! Go away. Leave me alone, please. I'm busy. Come back later. Honestly, if you made it this far into the video and you watched the first one, I commend you. Who really cares about the things that I possess? Who really wants to sit there and see me hold up a movie and say, wow, I saw this once and I thought it was alright. Next movie, this one's bad. Next one, I haven't seen it. Who cares? But you know, it's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep going. Why him? Good question. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I actually like this movie. I enjoy it quite a lot. Especially the scene where they're going down the river in that little boat. What a spooker. I'm losing my mind. The Witch, Steelbook, because it's all you can get in Canada. A24. It's a good movie. Watch it. Beautiful cinematography. The Wolf of Wall Street, another movie I really enjoy. Martin Scorsese knows what he's doing. You're a cat, aren't you? Ha! You really just want to be all up in my business. You're shedding everywhere. You're going to get hair inside my Dr. Pepper. Definitely some fur in there. The Wolverine, it's fine. I watched it once and I said, okay, I got it. And I never watched it again. Wonder, I watched it last night. Such an overhyped movie. It's so bad. It's not even that it's bad. It's just so cliche and predictable and manipulative. Why would you watch it? Why did I watch it? Why do I own it? It's another one of those movies that I watched and I said, you know what? That was okay. I'll never watch it again. Wonder Woman, I haven't seen it. The World's End, Edgar Wright, great director. Saw this movie in theaters. Really enjoyed it. And I've seen it so many times since. Wreck-It Ralph, who cares? There's a sequel coming out. Big memes around that one, eh? A quarter of the X-Men franchise. We have the bad one, the pretty good one, the good one, an extended version of the good one, and another bad one. X, the unheard music, because I'm an edgy punk rocker. Yes Man, stop. Yes Man, a guilty pleasure of mine. I enjoy it. I don't care. Young Frankenstein, a classic. Your Name, some anime to satisfy the weeaboo inside of me. I haven't seen this, but I've heard good things. Zombieland, one of my favorite horror comedies of all time, if not my favorite. And last but not least, probably one of my favorite animated movies of all time, Zootopia. And you know what, boys and girls? We just finished a Blu-ray collection. Only took me, what, 3 months to make? I haven't even edited it yet. You wait, that'll take me another month. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And you know what? Feel free to stick around for another year and see the same video again. You can follow me on Twitter if you want. You can follow me on Instagram. You can like my Facebook page that I don't use. And you know what? You could watch some more videos and help boost my self-esteem. Anyway, I'll see you some other time. Not sure when. Bye.